Good evening, everyone. My name is Donna Sharp with day 21 of the 21 Day Life Challenge with Owning Your Brilliance group. I'm so happy to join you guys this evening. I had been spending some time watching a few of the lives that came across, and is always just so pleased to see and hear what everyone's saying. Hello, Mr. Shoshana, and that is Miss Olu Watusen. Please forgive me. Welcome. Hello, Miss Patience. Hi, how are you? Hope you guys are doing well. We're just moments away from the wonderful day of the birth of Jesus Christ. Moments from that midnight. So just bask in the moment. Just take the time to appreciate everything in life. And, just get yourself on the right track for tomorrow. You will be around a lot of families and friends. So take full advantage of it and enjoy them. Okay? So today, as I mentioned, this is our 21 day. This is our final 21 day, but I will not say final because I choose to continue this Owning Your Brilliance live challenge. Yes, Miss Patience, you are blessed. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, I wanted to make sure everyone's doing well. So we're at our 21 day mark, and I'm very excited because I don't intend to stop. This has been so beneficial to me, and we'll have a chance to speak about that on Thursday during our final meeting with Mr. Kevin. So looking forward to that. But wanted to get on tonight just to share with you the benefits of affirmations. I'm not sure if you know what affirmations entail, but it's not just something that's used in a secular sense. It's something that's used biblically in the Bible. Joel Osteen speaks about it. Deepak Chopra, he speaks about it as well, as far as the highlights of what affirmations can actually do for you. That's right. Can't stop and won't stop. Totally agree. Love it. So what is an affirmation? All right. An affirmation is more than just self-help statements to make ourselves feel better. When you are stating affirmations, they really have to come with a lot of pungency. I just spoke about, actually I did about 3 shoots tonight, demonstrating some food healing items. And one of the items I spoke about is very pungent. And so that's what affirmations are. They're very pungent in feeling. If we back up a moment, you'll remember when we spoke about the past several days in reference to creating visualization and making sure that you're placing those plan of actions on paper. Because once the plan of action is on paper, then the next thing that's going to take place is manifestation. And so the affirmation that we're talking about tonight is going to be a continuation of that whole process so that you can start to spin into gear all those great goals that you have for the upcoming months. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I am not big on New Year's resolution. I don't speak of it because I truly believe that consistency is a key to making sure that you're improving in your lifestyle habits that you're trying to change or improve upon. So you will never hear me say, oh, my New Year's resolution is this and it's that. You should be doing it year round. As a matter of fact, all the family members and friends that you're gathered with, you should be treating them to whatever it is you're going to be giving them tomorrow on a consistent basis year round. All right. So affirmation is really anything you say or think. All right. Anything you say or think. So that's pretty broad, but also very specific. You have to be very careful, as I mentioned again previously in some of the segments that we spoke about. You have to be careful with your words. Your words cut like a knife. The Bible speaks about it. Your tongue is sharper than any two-headed sword. So you have to be careful of what comes through your mouth, because a lot of times you can't retract that and take it backward and say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I said that, because now the feeling is out, the hurt is out. So just be very conscious of that. All right. They can have a significant impact on your overall quality of your life. All right. Your words. So be very, very choosy and choiceful in your thinking, because whatever those words are that you're thinking in your mind, they're a lot of times going to come out through your lips. So create those thoughts properly before speaking. Additionally, daily affirmations help to keep us consistently in a positive mood, right? Hello, Anthony. Thank you so much for joining. Almost a few minutes away from Christmas and just celebrating the birth of Christ. So great to have you on tonight. Thank you so much. We're talking about affirmations. Affirmations basically keeps us in a positive mood, a very positive mood. And it can be negative, but I try to stay on the positive side of the fence. The only way it's going to be negative, again, is based on what comes out of your lips. All right? So it creates us a grounding and a centering for us and keeping us on the right place at the right time. Okay? In essence, you're saying that your subconscious mind, you're saying everything is getting stored in your subconscious mind. So something as such is what you're doing is taking responsibility of your actions. So whatever you speak, so you want to speak, I am excited, I am affluent, you speak into the present. So you don't speak, I wish, I hope, maybe, I don't know. You listen to conversations around you on a regular basis, and you're going to find out that you're going to learn quite a bit based on some of the items that you're hearing me say in the last few segments. You're going to pick up these things very quickly now that you're aware of some of these things. You may already have known about them, that what I'm speaking about may be nothing new to you. You are very blessed, Mr. Anthony. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And so now things are going to become more, a lot clearer to you based on some of the segments that I've been speaking about. You are now going to be much more aware of the things that are going around you, and what it's called is your reticular vision. Before, you might not have heard so much about visualization. And hello, Miss Tara, thank you so much for joining. We're speaking about affirmations tonight. So you may or may not have been talking very strongly about visualization and writing SMART goals and having things manifest. But now that we're speaking about this quite so much, you're going to find out, I want you to really be in tune to all the clues around you, that it's going to all line up now in your, what we call your reticular vision. Everything is going to seem like, man, I didn't notice this before, but now all of a sudden I'm hearing about this more, or I'm being more in tune to conversations that are around me, and I'm picking up things that people are saying, and these are the things I wouldn't say, or these are the things that I would say. So be very aware. Now you're going to be very in tune after some of these conversations. All right? So when you talk about affirmation, it's consciously choosing words that will either help to eliminate something from your life or help create something new in your life. Okay, so again, your words create your pattern of life. So based on what you're saying is the future that you're creating for yourself. If you have doubt at all, as I mentioned earlier, if you have any doubt, it's going to cancel a lot of the things that you are placing or preparing to do that vision board with. Okay, you may say, yes, I want to go travel and see the world. And then you may put something out there and say, but I don't have the funds. So when that doubt seeps in, then now you're limiting those beliefs of progressing ahead. So be extremely careful about that. Every thought you think and every word you speak is an affirmation. Every thought you think and every word you speak is an affirmation. All right, so be very in tune with, again, what you're speaking. And speak very strong and speak very bold into your spirit. Hello, Miss Felicia. Thank you so much for joining. Speak very strong. Yes, contradicting vibration. Thank you, Anthony. Speak very strong into your spirit, because let me tell you something. Your subconscious is picking up every single thing that's going on around you, and also what you're speaking as well. Yes, cognitive dissonance. Very, very well. Every thought you think and every word you speak is an affirmation. All of our self-talk and internal dialogue is a stream of affirmation. So how is your self-talk today? How do you wake up in the morning? What do you say to yourself when you go to work and maybe sometimes you just don't feel like being there? What is it that you're saying that's going to drive the remainder of your day? Are you speaking life into yourself, or are you speaking limitations and, oh my gosh, I don't want to be here? Guess what? If you don't want to be at that job, then maybe you have not discovered your passion just yet. So you want to go with all 150% of yourself. And especially if you are in a client-filled environment, they will sense your energy and they will sense everything that's going on around you if you are not 150% in tune with what you're doing. So if that's not where you want to be, create the space where you want to be so that everything will work to your favor. All right? All of our self-talks and internal dialogue is a stream of affirmation. All of your self-talk and dialogue. And that includes also the ones that are in your mind. You ever sit down sometime and you have these days that gets a little tough? I'm not going to tell you a story now. Some of those days can get really tough, and you sit down and you start to talk to yourself, and maybe you're left alone because you didn't have anyone to go out with, or things just weren't working out for you that day, and you sit there in your mind, you're verbalizing everything, and you're going through all these thoughts, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is not great, and this is just that. But you're just going back and forth and talking to yourself. And guess what? Even as quiet as that is located in just your memory, and you're not verbalizing it, your subconscious is still picking up on that. So be extra careful of that, okay? You're using the affirmation every moment, whether you know it or not. All right, your affirmations are being utilized all the time. I would encourage you to begin to scribe some affirmations for yourself that will be helpful to you and place them on paper. All right, and just begin to write them down. Maybe you want to write a series of 10 affirmations that you're going to repeat every single day. And it has to be things that are going to speak to your spirit, that also is in alignment with exactly what it is that you're trying to step into, that passion that you're trying to step into. So be sure that it lines up with exactly where you're going, and it's not just arbitrarily sentences that you're making up that doesn't tie into what you're immediately trying to do. All right, you're affirming and creating your life experiences with every word and thought. No doubt that the leading affirmation gurus today, Joel Osteen and Deepak Chopra, those were two of their comments. So again, you're affirming and creating your life experiences with every single thought. Remember, no doubt that you're creating for yourself. Every thought that you have, you are lining yourself up to fall inside that manifestation that you're looking to accomplish. Both value how affirmations can change one's life. They're both in alignment. Deepak, he's on a little bit different level from India, I believe he is from. And Joel Osteen is a Christian. He's a believer. So he speaks verbiage from the Bible, because the Bible has a lot of connotations on affirmation and its benefit. The Bible basically, in summary, just states that you don't want to affirm something that doesn't line up with God, okay? You're saying, I want a red Mustang. All right, is it God's purpose for you? You want to make sure what it is that you're asking for is lining up with exactly what you should be delivering. We are all servants, and we should be creating servanthoods in our life. So if you're not offering your time and services somewhere else, don't expect a lot of things to also flow back your way. God wants us to be servants and trust him no matter what. All right, and just speak life. He says strictly in the Bible, whatever you ask, you shall receive. Whatever you seek, you shall find. Whenever you knock, every door shall be open. And if you notice, it all has a significance. Everything that I'm talking about, it's not just in a secular world. It's lining directly with the word. So if you haven't had a chance to go back and read it, take a look at the word and just see God's promises to us. All right, those promises that he's given us. There is no doubt about what's there for you. It's all there for you. We are kings and queens of the Lord. Okay, we are a child of the King. So you are born on top of riches. You're there and ready. It's already waiting for you. They're just waiting for you to line yourself up so that you can acquire all these things. Both values how affirmation can change your life. Each has shared their ideas and supports on affirmation and how they set in motion spiritual powers. All right, that translates into the physical realm. So if you notice, they said spiritual powers, spiritual meaning the Holy Spirit, meaning energetic connection. You can actually feel, let me give you an example. There may be a time where someone you are thinking about is in another state, and you're clearly thinking about that person, right? Clearly. And next thing you know, the phone rings. Does that not happen to you? If it does, let me know in your comments. You will hear the phone ring, and you answer the phone, and it's that person. Okay, and if you're in tune, you're going to pick up so many more of those things that you never thought you were able to have access to. So that's nothing but your energetic connection just aligning with that particular soul and that person from so far away. It is absolutely incredible. All right, your beliefs are merely habitual thinking patterns that you learn as a child. Your beliefs that you have now can stem from your childhood, from the age of 9, the age of 6, the age of 10. You might have been told, hello, Miss Tara. Thank you so much for joining. You might have been told at the age of 15 that you will not amount to anything, what it is that you're doing, and then it even goes into your adulthood. You know, when you become age 20, maybe your parents tell you, listen, I don't know why you're studying that major, because that major can't take you anywhere. You need to be a doctor or a lawyer or a physician. You don't necessarily have to be all those things. You don't have to be all those things. You be who you are designed and empowered to be, but you have to tap into that to see where your passion is. Because if you're not using your passion in alignment with where you need to be, then the people that are waiting for your service and for your help, they're not going to be blessed, because they're waiting on you. They're waiting on your skill. And we all have our own individual talents that's ready to burst out of seams. And thanks so much for owning your brilliance, and Kevin, that it's allowing us to set the stage and a platform now for that big stage. So if you're not using this wisely, this live challenge, I would encourage you to keep doing that, because you'll notice that each segment that you do, you will improve on it every single day. Many of them work very well together. That's your beliefs and your habitual thinking. So you want to make sure that whatever, even as an adult, that's being poured into your spirit right now, you want to rebuke anything that is not of you and that is just not for you. Rebuke it. Rebuke it. You know in your heart of hearts where you belong. It is not for anyone else to make a choice or a decision on what direction you should follow in your life. Okay, because there's a lot of systems in place now that are set up to allow individuals to deliberately fail. I'm going to repeat that. There's a lot of systems now set up in life that is already set up and staged, not just recently, but from years back. They knew if we put these systems in place that everyone will fall short, okay? Fall short and not be able to successfully move into gracefully what they're ordained to be. So just be very careful what you're accepting in your mind based on what you're hearing and what's being spoken into your soul. All right. Other beliefs may be limiting your ability to create the very thing you say you want. So whatever your belief is, you want to make sure it's not it's not limiting where you're going to progress into based on what they're speaking into you. You're speaking life into yourself. Never have self-doubt. The intuition that I spoke about in the past couple of segments, your intuition never steers you wrong. It's that little teeny tiny person on your shoulder that says, listen, go left, go right. There's a detour. There's an accident down there. Don't leave the house yet. That small voice that keeps speaking into you, it's not by accident. It's not by accident. So really pay close attention to that. All right? What you want and what you believe you deserve may be different. What you want and what you believe you deserve may be very different. Okay? I told you before, our God is a very funny God. You may want a lot of things in life, but maybe that's not the best thing for you. You may say, you know what? I've always wanted to go to Indonesia, right? And you speak of Indonesia. And next thing you know, I'm just making this up. Next thing you know, your job assignment takes you to Indonesia. So be careful what you ask for, all right? And in other words, also on the other end, as far as what this is saying, is that your belief, what you think Indonesia is going to do for you, the Lord may say, no, I don't need you to go there. I need you to go to Alaska. All right, you need to go to Alaska. And you're thinking, no, it's cold there. There's no way I can do that. Why are you sending me to Alaska? Sometimes you don't question the process. If you have faith and you're walking on faith, God a lot of times knows best what's best for us than we know for ourselves. So just be ready and be prepared. All right, get your plan of action in order so that you're not caught with your pants down and you're not caught off guard. Okay. You need to pay attention to your thoughts so that you can begin to eliminate the ones creating experiences you do not want in your life. Pay attention to your thoughts so that you can begin to eliminate creating experiences you don't want in your life. All right? I would give you an example of this as such. You may be seeing or dating someone, and the person that you're dating they have idiosyncrasies, or they have, what should I say? Their habits, their beliefs, all of those things may not line up with what you're going through. All right? So you guys part ways and you separate. You're going different direction. You don't necessarily dislike each other or anything. But when you part and separate ways, the beliefs that that person has, the next person you come encounter with, chances are you may be encountering and drawing to you the same type of person. And in order to eliminate from doing this, you have to change your mindset, because you're going to attract the same guy or girl that has the same habits, and you're wondering, wait a minute, the last person I dated had the same things going on. So why is it that I'm meeting someone else that has the same habits matching the other person? It's because you're drawing these things to you. Remember, my nose is itching, guys. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. Remember, if you don't change your belief and your mindset as far as speaking into yourself as such, I deserve better. I deserve the best. I am looking for, or I am in need of, not in need of. You want to make sure you're speaking to the present. I am so excited that my next husband or my next fiance or my next boyfriend knows how to clean the house properly. So you speak something opposite of what it is that you actually have in your life, so that you don't keep attracting the same things. I'm sure you have experiences where you keep attracting the same thing over and over again, and you're wondering, why is that? It's not me. Yes, it is you. You have to be very conscious, look within, and just analyze your thought process and your thinking to figure out what's going on, what can I do, and to change things differently and make the process be a lot smoother. So pay attention to your thoughts so that you can begin to eliminate all those thoughts that you don't want to have to be a part of. All right? The entire principle, let's see what we have here. I just want to make sure I cover some important facts with you, so I'm going over everything like I have it on my notes here. Personal focus, and I'm not going to be long with you. I just wanted to give you some great insights about the proper way to develop affirmations. Personal focus discipline can deliver virtual miraculous results for any person. Personal focus and discipline. So it's not just about what you're thinking. You have to have the process behind it, and you have to be disciplined enough to do it on a regular basis. There are actually people that restate their affirmation 100, 200 days in a row. And sometimes the things that you're affirming may not come to you right away. What do? You give up? No, you have to stick to it and stick to it, because your subconscious, basically what it's doing, it's picking up to see if, we spoke about this yesterday, if the belief is there before it starts to manifest things. If you're speaking an affirmation, you says, I want to travel. How does that sound? Very monotone. It doesn't have any excitement. Or, I am traveling. I'm so glad I just left Greece. When you get that dip, like we speak about, I'm so glad I'm in Greece. Oh my goodness, look at the buildings there. You want to make sure that your subconscious is very, very keen to what you're saying. So you have to make sure that not only are you speaking it, that you truly, truly believe what you're saying. And then one last point, that I want to mention in conclusion. God gives us the power. He gives us the power to affirm His word. All right? He speaks of it in the Bible. I give you authority to speak life into yourself. So He's already given us that due diligence to make this happen and bring to life. So it's just up to us to put it in action. So tonight, I just wanted to speak about affirmations, because now that you have your visualization in mind, now that you have scribed your plan of action on paper using the SMART goal that we spoke about in the other segments, now that you're starting to spend time having specific times, specific dates, the size and color of what you're visualizing, all of those things in tuned, then you're going to start to see things manifest. And it usually manifests one right after the other. And then you're going to look at yourself and go, wait a minute, how did that just happen? Don't ever question it, because this is something that you ask for, and you ask for it correctly. And High Require, you've asked for it correctly. You've actually put the wheels in gears to start spinning so that these affirmations can come to life. And so what you've basically asked for, it's alive and well, and everything that God has in his power is now going to shine down on it from different direction to make sure that you're manifesting those wonderful and creative ideas that you've had sitting for so long inside of you, right? So I would challenge you to be sure that you write out a few affirmations, okay? So whatever they may be, you want to write them out. Write out 5 of them to begin with, and make sure that you're speaking into the present tense. Don't say I wish, I hope, I think, I would like. Quite like myself, I plan to do some traveling next year. I am very humbled. I was asked to go on tour with my Qigong Association in 2019, so I'm looking forward to that. We will be in a city near you. I will tell you, definitely if you're in the Florida area, this is on a side note, that we will be in the Orlando area in June, teaching everyone how to do breath work properly. I am a 3-level Qigong instructor and have been just very honored and privileged to be a part of this group, teaching individuals how to breathe to live a longer life. This is a very simple process that people are taking for granted, and I usually invite individuals to attend, quite like inviting Miss Vivian to attend, and she saw the value in it right away and jumped on board and took all the benefits of it. So we will be in your backyard with the Chi Revolution. If you'd like to look that up, it's QI Revolution, REVOLUTION. And I'm not sure if the tour dates are on there yet, but we'll be in Orlando in the June of 2019. I'm not sure where we're going to be for those of you that are on the line from another location. But when you check Chi Revolution, you will see the tour dates later on. So we'll talk about in later segments as to how Qigong will completely transform your life. And all of this ties in together. The affirmations that I'm speaking about, the visualization. There were several visualizations that I was doing while at the Qigong convention this year, working and just having a chance to meet all these fantastic people from around the country. Every year I meet someone new and different, and I'm excited for that because I'm able to speak to someone and to see where they are and trade information with them. So it's just a wonderful thing. So if you are not in a mode right now of speaking, writing affirmations down and having regular daily things that you're repeating to yourself, now is the time to begin to do that. Make sure it's in the present tense. Write it out. Do not think it in your mind, because your mind gets scattered. It's thinking right now about everything that's going on for Christmas Day, and I'm sure it's past the 12 o'clock time frame, so we are officially probably in Christmas as we speak. And so I pray that you really took something away from this segment on affirmations tonight, and you're able to just take it into your life and progress ahead with it. This is Donna Sharp. This is a 21-day, and I will continue to do additional segments because I just enjoy being with you guys so much. My wonderful gladiator families. I'm sure you're getting rest now for Christmas, so I'm not going to hold you any longer. We'll speak some more on affirmations at a future date. In the meantime, I am Donna, 21-Day Life Challenge with Owning Your Brilliance. And it's just such a pleasure to be here with you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and lots of blessings to you and your family. God bless you. Have a good evening. Good night.